So before I kick this off, I want to apologize for not getting a video out last week. There's a lot going on. Last weekend I went to visit Nick for his birthday. We had a really good time. For those of you who don't know, Nick is the guy that I've been with for the last year and a half, maybe. We've had some troubles here and there, but we're trying to work things out, and I'm really glad we had a good time. But anyway, with that being said, this whole idea of me potentially having manic episodes in the future kind of is my mind. I want to learn how to be able to avoid them better, and I really started thinking more about it. Honestly, it seems like recently I almost had another run-in with things going downhill because I started to notice that my thoughts were all over the place and I was having trouble sleeping because of that. And then, I just wasn't tired when I was supposed to be tired. And that's for me at least, the first step towards things going downhill, meaning up and more manic. So I wanted to kind of talk about the ways that we can avoid manic episodes in the future. And of course, I don't know everything. I'm not perfect. I'm no professional. I only know what I've learned from going through things, and me not having gone super long time without a manic episode. Of course, I'm not an expert even having experienced those things. So the first thing I wanted to bring up though was that you have to be really attentive to the causes of different manic episodes. I think that there are different triggers for everyone, and if you're the kind of person that gets these episodes every year or two, you shouldn't just be like, oh, it's happening, let's just get out of this and move on and hope it never happens again. You have to start noticing patterns and trying to avoid putting yourself in situations that will make you manic in the future. For example, me and going to school at U of I, which is 3 hours south, and I don't know what it is about that place, whether it's the activities that they have there, whether it's the social environment, whether it's being away from home, having more freedom, or combination of everything. But both times I went there, huge manic episodes, took a while to get back to normal, and I am just not going back there. I'm not gonna do it. Other things are just when I'm trying to take too many steps in my life at a time. Like when I'm trying to get a new job or finish school, or try to do too much at once that causes too much stress. Yeah, it just does not go well for mania. I think it just makes me think too much. It stresses me out, and then it pushes me towards mania. That's another thing. When I'm really stressed, that's when the mania finds a way in. So those are just some of the triggers for me. They might not be the same for you, but what I would suggest is not just taking these episodes as they come and just trying to get past them only. You gotta start taking a more active approach and being like, okay, what happened here? How can I prevent this in the future? And I feel like this is gonna be a long path for all of us. So it's not like you're gonna know exactly what to avoid and bye bye all manic episodes in the future. It's gonna be a long process of learning what it is about yourself and about your surroundings that causes these things, and learning how to kind of managing everything so that it doesn't happen again. The other thing that I wanted to note was medications, because I think that medications, when you're first starting out with everything, when things are really severe, it is helpful. I want to say that I hope I don't have to be on medications forever, and I hope that nobody has to be on medications forever, because I don't think that it's a permanent solution, really. I think that over time you can kind of learn how to manage bipolar a little better, know yourself better, and I think that especially when you're first starting out with bipolar, it's everything's new and everything's out of control. So it's harder to do everything, and you kind of need that medication to take you halfway. And when I say that, it's because medications don't do everything for you. You still gotta do the work yourself. You still gotta manage your sleep, your eating, exercising, all that good stuff, so that, you are well. So when I say that, like, medications are a thing you need to watch, and something that will help you avoid mania, I think that it is important to stay on top of the medications that you're taking, and if you're seeing psychiatrists for this sort of thing, like, keep them updated about things that are going on in your life, so that when you notice things start to slide a little bit, that you have like a little backup plan, I guess, for the medications. And um those things are only there to help you and help you along your journey to hopefully becoming less reliant on those measures. Another thing is having a support system in place, and also having people that know you well, so that when things do start to slide, they notice as well. And I feel like, for me, a lot of times the people around me notice differences within me before I even notice them in myself. Um, so that's also important, I think, having family members or close friends that you're comfortable talking with, just being able to notice those things and feel comfortable talking to you about them. For me, I think I'm moving away from this a little bit, but in the past, I would be really sensitive about the subject, and anytime my parents were like, do you notice like yourself getting a little high or whatever, I'd be like, I don't want to talk about it, or like I would get mad about it. And this was at the very beginning of everything, when I was in middle school, and I was a very testy teenager. Like, they said something like that, and I would get so upset, and I think that just trained them to not say anything at all. But I think it's helpful to have people around you who are able to say those things to you, warn you, so that you can notice earlier and make changes within yourself to help um, manage that and steer clear of the manic episode that might be coming. Yeah, so I guess those are the biggest things. The main thing is just making sure that you're not just floating along, letting these things happen to you. If you want to avoid manic episodes in the future in your life, and like just generally have a more stable life, you have to make the effort to notice the things that trigger it. You have to take active approaches to everything, kind of set yourself up for success. And that's something I'm working on, something that I hope you guys all start working on or continue working on, is just having everything in your life set up so that you are going to have support, you are preparing for a better future, and even though you're going to run into some ups and downs here and there, learning from them so that in the future it's not as bad. So yeah, that's my little video for today. I will see you guys next time.